The iPhone 17s are going to be announced tomorrow. And I'm actually a little bit excited, mostly because I can't wait to get away from my iPhone 16 Pro Max, which has been a disaster. But anyway, so expecting four models: the iPhone 17, no more Plus. We're going to replace that with the Air, the iPhone 17 Pro, and the 17 Pro Max. I'm not really sure which one I'm going to buy yet. It's funny, I posted a picture that people took way too seriously because the event is tomorrow. I took a picture yesterday here outside the Apple store in Germany saying, or in Berlin, saying, hey, I'm the first one in line. And people are like, oh, what an idiot. I'm like, don't you understand the joke? The phone didn't come out for like 9 days. So the event is going to be on the 9th, and we'll see what we have in store for us this time. I'm curious to see if the iPhone 17 lives up to what the iPhone 16 was supposed to be, because the iPhone 16 was a pipe dream. Everything about it was built from the ground up for Apple Intelligence that never really lifted off, and then, well, the important features got punted to the iPhone 17. So this is the first iPhone rebuilt for Apple Intelligence. So it'll be interesting to see what we get there, and if it actually works, and if it works as it's intended to. I've been using iOS 26. iOS 26 is the biggest redesign, biggest update in software we've had in a very, very long time. Generally, I like it. Ever since they got the whole liquid glass thing figured out, and it's not looking like three different panels blurred together and you can make things out, it's been okay. Now, battery life has been horrendous, but I haven't really commented on any of this because it's in beta, right? We can't expect the beta to be giving us and delivering the same performance as the official release, which is what the phone is designed to be run on at that point in time. So it'll be a referendum on iOS 26 once we get the iPhone 17 out. So I'm probably going to get honestly, probably the Pro Max. I would like to get the Pro. I really like the smaller phones. I really hate the giant brick that the Pro Max is. I don't like how big of a brick the Pixel 10 Pro XL is. I don't like how big of a brick the S26 Ultra is. They're very big, heavy phones. I kind of like the Pro series, a little bit smaller ones, but the problem is always battery life. Battery life is what handicaps me and forces me to have to get the larger phone, not so much the screen real estate. Yeah, it is kind of nice, but I mean, I've got a foldable phone anyway. So it'll be interesting to see what we get. I'm curious to see if the rumor about the promotion display coming to all the models comes true. I'm still very cautious about that, but it would be interesting if it happens, and that would finally remove a fundamental problem that I've had with the iPhones for a very long time. They've been charging premium prices, $800, $829 if you buy it unlocked. You don't get that carrier discount, and no 120 hertz. We've been using these rinky-dink 60 hertz panels on the regular phones for so long. So I'm curious to see, one, if that happens, and two, how that's actually received. Because there's been so many people who are like, oh, I don't need 120 hertz. The 60 hertz on the iPhone is as smooth as 120 hertz on Android anyway. So I'm curious to see what normal people think whenever they get 120 hertz on their phone. Now, promotion sucks. I'm just going to say this flat out. On the iPhone 15 Pro, iPhone 16 Pro series phones, it has sucked. They try to do this adaptive refresh rate thing where it throttles and ramps up and ramps back down, and it's just really choppy, especially in several apps, mostly in X. It's horrendously choppy. It's very noticeable. It's not a very smooth experience many times. So I'm really hoping that they circle the wagons on that one and make that smoother. I'm hoping for better battery life. We're expecting the Apple modem to be in these phones, at least in the, I think at least in the Air, but we'll see. It'll be interesting to see if it goes in all four models of the phones. I'm hoping we don't get price increases. I really don't want to see that. The phones are expensive enough already, so there have been some rumors floating around, but a lot of times, whenever it's this late in the game, likely we're probably not going to see a price increase. I hope we don't, but if we do, I will comment on that later. But probably, I don't know. I'm really torn. I like the idea of the iPhone 17 Pro, but I'm curious about the Air. And why am I curious about the Air? Because, well, I like the S25 Edge so much. I really, really ended up enjoying and liking the S25 Edge so much. It makes me think, well, maybe the iPhone 17 Air might be okay. But I don't know, because word on the street was it was going to have like a 2900 milliamp battery, which if that comes to fruition is just horrendous. And two, if it does have that, I don't know how it could possibly have a promotion display because the battery in that thing will last like 2 hours and 12 minutes. So there's just so many things we have to wait and see. And there's also rumored that the iPhone Pro series might be making the frame back out of aluminum, which would be interesting that they would go that route instead of maybe some sort of vapor chamber support for the heating issues, because the 15 and 16 have been plagued with heating issues. The 15 was horribly plagued with heating issues. And the reason being is whenever the heat's generated, it kind of radiates out to the edges and then it dissipates there. But titanium has this problem with retaining heat more than aluminum does. So if we go back to aluminum, that would also be interesting because part of the price increase and some of the other stuff we saw before was due to the titanium. They're like, oh, well, titanium costs more, right? So it'll be interesting if they do a flip back and go, okay, we're no more titanium. We're going to go back to aluminum, but we're going to raise the price again. So there's just a lot of things that don't really make sense. They don't really add up when you start putting the blocks together. So I'm just curious to see what happens at the event. I'm still here in the hotel. I'm leaving in the morning to go to Berlin. So you're going to be seeing this. Well, I mean, I'm leaving Berlin to go to Frankfurt. So I'll be in Frankfurt when you're watching this. Next video should probably be from there, but I will be watching it all the way over here across the Atlantic in Germany. I will be offering some thoughts on it. One of the models I'm going to get, I don't know which one. Nicely, we have a couple of days to think about it. Because the thing about Apple is they do the event and then like a couple of days later, then you can go ahead and do pre-orders. It's not like Samsung where, okay, bam, instantly pre-order time as soon as the event starts. So it gives you some time to kind of mull things over, a little bit of a reaction, see what the community thinks, see what some of the reviewers put out there, see what some of the commentators put out there. So I will have some sort of commentary video just with my general thoughts and impressions on the phones as they are rolled out for us and we see what the price is, availability, storage sizes, colors, different models. I want to get some more information on the battery life, promotion, yeah, those just different things, and see how substantially the processor, see what we're going to look like with that. I guess we're going to go to the A19, which we're so far into this progress now with the Apple phones, but I'm excited. I hope for the best. Like, I really do, because here's the thing. I always carry an iPhone. I always carry an Android phone, always carry an iPhone. Right now I'm carrying 2 Android phones and 1 iPhone. I have 3 different SIM cards on me right now, or in my phones. One in the Pixel 10 Pro XL, one in my Z Fold 6, one in the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I always have one. One, because I am a tech nerd. I'm a tech enthusiast. I always like to have both so I kind of know what's going on. 2, I use it to record my videos. 3, my kids love iPhone, and I'm not going to force them to use Android just because I hate Apple. And here's the thing, I don't hate iPhone. I just hate Apple. I don't like the way they do business. But when it comes to the phone, yeah, I carry one around. So I want it to be as smooth of a process as possible. I want it to be the best value I can get for the money, or like the best feature set that they have to offer. I don't want to feel like I'm ripped off. I don't want to feel like they're downplaying specs. I don't want to feel like they're overcharging for things. I want the software to be a smooth and unencumbered experience. I want my screen and my apps to quit freezing where I can't do anything on the screen but close the app and reopen it. I want it to quit overheating. I want it to quit having bad battery life. Like, I want good things. Like, believe it or not, I want good things to happen. And I'm curious to see what other stuff we get, if we get a new Apple Watch or anything like that. I'm still rocking the Apple Watch Ultra, the Generation 1. I love it. It's been such a great watch. So I don't know what all we're going to see. I'm going to wait for it to all unfurl. I'll have a video. I'll talk about all that stuff and then let y'all know my thoughts and feelings. So that way, hopefully I can help y'all make a more informed buying decision. That's what I'm here for. That's what I try to help y'all do. So I'm a consumer just like you. Apple ain't sending me nothing. So I got to buy whatever phone it is that I want, and also be upgrading my wife's phone. So she has been using the iPhone 13 Pro Max for 3 years now. 13, like 4 years almost, I guess. So yeah, she's ready for an upgrade. She's like, you know what, battery life on this one's not that great. She's like in the 80% for her battery health. The battery always looks orange. It has freezing issues, it has app issues. So yeah, she's finally getting an upgrade. I'm going to get one of the new iPhone 17 series. We'll see which one. Let me know which one you're interested in. Which iPhone 17 are you going to get? The regular, the Pro, the 17, or the Air? Well, the regular, I said regular and the 17. Anyway, the 17, 17 Air, 17 Pro, 17 Pro Max. Now we got that straight. So I'm out of here. Thanks for everything. If you got any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, always, of course, go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And let me know if you want to see more Apple content. If you want to see more of it, I'll make more of it as the phones become available and we get more information on them, because ultimately I'm here for you guys. So let me know if you want to see Apple coverage, and we'll work on that. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.